Our bodies are meant to do extraordinary things. They're meant to move in extraordinary ways. And we've just, as a society, started to become complacent or accept not having our bodies do that. And I'm against it.
You can have it.
World famous photographer Chase Jarvis.
It's pure chaos, exactly the way I like it.
I'm on the move, which is, as you probably know, like I have a lot of energy, and my whole life, I grew up basically playing sports, skiing, snowboarding, soccer, skateboarding, football even. But I've come to find out that that stuff is super important, not just for being able to be good at your job, but to actually live a full life, a life full of health. Movement is such a key. It's such an important part. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit today.
So here's the problem. Actually, there's a number of problems, but I'll try and narrow it down to two. There's a problem, societally speaking, with how much we're moving or really not moving our bodies. So I want to address that. And then there's this other problem, which the subset of people that I belong to, and probably you belong to, the people who make stuff for a living, photographers, designers, we are generally more sedentary than we should be, and we get to have really crappy body mechanics. So the whole body mechanics thing for photographers, I'll tell you that for 10 years of my life, I basically held a Nikon D whatever top of the line camera and an 80-200, and I held it out here and I did this for like 10 years, okay? What's going on here? That's super, super bad. And as a young, hungry, hard-charging person, I didn't really, and to this day, I don't really think of those things as like, oh gosh, I don't want to do that. I never want to be too precious with my body. However, there is a way of doing things that's going to maximize your existence on this earth. And the better you are, the healthier you are, the better a creator you're going to be, and probably the better human being. Because people who are in a lot of pain, and that unfortunately is a reality for many people, that undermines your quality of life, which in many ways is going to undermine the ability for you to make great stuff. Let's talk about like the mechanics that photographers, designers, musicians, what are you doing wrong today that you could make right tomorrow? Chances are there's a long list of habits. Ding, 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 ding. I've addressed a lot of these things in my morning routine video, some of my daily habits, but I'll tell you something that's critical. Like this list, I'm not going to go into it because there are a million things that any photographer and designer like. Again, posture when you're sitting there in Photoshop drawing on your Wacom tablet, or the photography example that I already gave where how are you standing when you're shooting. But there is one thing that this whole subset of us can do on a daily basis to think different and to move the needle. Not just for photographers and designers, but for everybody. And that is one simple thing, which is this. Standing. Standing instead of sitting is a huge differentiator in quality of life. There's all kinds of stats that say for every hour you sit while you work is 2 hours off your life. People are like, I don't get it, how is that possible? This chair has been around for hundreds of years. Yeah, but humans have been around for thousands and tens of thousands of years, and the chair is a pretty new invention. Turns out it's not all that great for us. But instead of listening to me, I would like you to watch this very important video from my friend Kelly Starrett, who you know if you've been on Creative Live before. Kelly's a super badass instructor for us, but more than anything, he's just smart about how to move your body and how to create a lot of health. So let's watch Kelly's video right here.
Human beings, we were designed to be active. For nearly 200,000 years, Homo sapiens spent the majority of their time on the move. You know, hunting and gathering, walking and running. Our bodies were built for movement. And as long as we kept moving, we stayed healthy. But the problem with evolution is that it has no foresight. It couldn't possibly predict the invention of the chair. Oh yeah, it seemed harmless enough, that simple, four-legged piece of furniture. But fast forward to the 21st century, and people are spending 8 to 14 hours a day sitting. Once the computer was invented and in everyone's homes, our fates as sedentary creatures was sealed. We were deskbound. Now, there are dozens of studies that show how bad sitting is for our health. For example, a recent Mayo Clinic study showed that sitting for 10 hours in a day can cancel out 90% of the positive effects of a 1-hour workout, turning your 1-hour heroic run into a measly 6-minute jog. At the same clinic, Dr. James Levine also claims that for every hour we spend sitting, we lose 2 hours of life expectancy. And the World Health Organization has even ranked sitting too much as the 4th biggest preventable killer globally. That's 3.2 million deaths annually. Sitting is also an orthopedic disaster, and the correlation between sitting and orthopedic dysfunction is undeniable. But as adults, we have choices. We choose this disaster. It's time to turn the tide of the office chair. It's time to improve your health and reverse the effects of becoming deskbound.
All right, so maybe right now you're going, so Chase, like, that's great. Thank you very much. What's my solution? I got 4 things that are the total solution for how you can change that. Number 1 is buy that book that Kelly and Juliet wrote. It's a great book. It's really going to help you. So that's thing 1. Thing 2 is, like, you've seen my videos before, my morning routine and my daily habits video. Both of those, they have in them some sort of movement that's gonna really help you sort of get going throughout the day. I think making those things a part of your life is critical. Thing 3, these things are at work. First of all, get a standing desk. Find a way to stand more at work. A standing desk is a great thing to keep your core strength and be able to sort of be on your feet. And the other part of that, number 3, is take walking meetings instead of going into some conference room or sitting on the phone on your couch, sitting like this. Put earbuds in and go for a walk. That's thing 3. And then thing 4, I like to pair all of these CJ Raws with a class on Creative Live. And this time, surprise, surprise, I'm gonna pair it with Kelly Starrett's Maintaining Your Body. That talks about all this stuff, and it's not just for creatives and photographers and all those things that we self-identify with. It's also if you're a mom, how to pick up your kid, if you're at work, how to lift heavy items, it just gives you a really, really, really solid foundation. Again, moving your body, staying healthy, those are keys not just to a creative life, but to a life that is well-lived and full of health. So, signing off for now. I think this is simple.
You can have it if you want it. It's gratis, it's for free. There ain't no strings attached, no, there ain't no catch. Take my love, take my love, take me. You can have it if you want it. It's gratis, it's for free.